Dad here. Hope you're doing well. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm the only one in the house, so I thought I'd kind of shoot this video and share some Dad's perspectives on how to survive a layoff. Now, for me, I've been laid off 3 times in my career. I'm 47 years old and been laid off 3 times. Yes, hat trick. And each time I've learned a lot. And the first time was in 2009. So October 2009, I got laid off and then was able to start a new job in January 2010. The second one was in October 2015. I got laid off and then I was able to find a job. An offer was given to me in December and then started in January of 2016. And then the most recent layoff was in December of 2022. And fortunate for me, I was able to get a job offer the following month in January 2023 and started in February 2023. So very fortunate that, didn't have to wait for no more than 3 months. But again, I just wanted to share, how to prepare, what I did when I was laid off and how I prepared for future layoffs. Now, when I was laid off those 3 times, I was the only breadwinner in the house. I was in relationships. However, we lived in different households. And I can tell you, my first layoff back in October 2009, it was scary. I had little in savings. I had small kids that I was responsible for. But I was very fortunate I was able to line up a job in 3 months. At that time, I really realized that I needed to do more to prepare for the next layoff. And this most recent time I got let go, I wasn't in a panic. I was more relieved, to be honest with you. I appreciated the fact that the employer was respectful, and I appreciated my time with my former company. But I was in good financial cushion. I had a good cushion. Severance was just a cherry on top during my most recent transition. And I was updating my resume. I've had conversations with recruiters, even when I was employed for the last few years. And, I was comfortable having those conversations and interviews with recruiters and hiring managers and things like that. And along the way, during the transition, I was also volunteering at the local food bank with my son. So, that was kind of nice just to get together with my son and do something that was, beneficial for the community. So my perspectives on how to prepare for a layoff. First one is, be honest with your family and close friends. I truly believe you need to build that support group who can be positive in your life, especially during a layoff. It'll avoid the negative thoughts. You're always going to have negative thoughts when you're unemployed, when you're laid off, when you get fired, whatever. But having that, support, that network of family and friends, that'll motivate you, to hunt for your next career opportunity. Second thing is, take the week or the weekend to decompress. Typically, when you get the news that you're going to get let go or if you're going to get laid off, it's usually at the end of the week, usually on the weekend, or Friday, I should say. So that gives you some time over the weekend or even a week to kind of clear out the mind, reset, recalibrate. And, during that time, do some fun stuff. Do something to clear your mind. Hang out with your family, relax, hang out with friends. I truly believe that was one thing that was really important to me, is just getting out there and just giving myself some time to decompress and clear my mind. And number 3 is something that I think is truly, truly important, especially in this day and age, is having a safety net, a rainy day fund. Save 3 to 6 months of your total monthly expenses. If you don't know what that is, use a budget app. I use every dollar to gauge my monthly expenses, to the T. And even though you may get a severance out of this, it's still nice to have a cushion because you never know, how long this unemployment's going to last. Hope for the best, expect the worst on job prospects. And that's why you just want to have a sense of urgency, to have a safety net, a rainy day fund. Trust me, you'll be more at ease when you have a cushion and when you have severance on top of that. And, after my first layoff, I didn't have much of a cushion. And so after that, I prioritized having a rainy day fund, having a cushion. And here we are fast forwarding, my most recent job loss at the end of 2022. I wasn't nearly as anxious. I was more at ease versus the first layoff. The next thing is apply for unemployment. You pay for these benefits when you are employed. They come out of your paycheck in the form of taxes. It's not a lot, but it gives you a little something during the transition between jobs. I applied the last couple times I was laid off. I applied online. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is Google, unemployment and then your state. For me, it was unemployment in Washington State. And I was able to find the website and, enter in some information, important information. And, and then you're just kind of wait patiently for your unemployment to arrive every week in your bank account. Now, mind you, everything is online and pretty simple. One thing is that you do have to be in a job search during unemployment. So there are certain things that you have to kind of report every week in regards to job searching. But even during this period, you should be searching for a job. So it shouldn't be an issue at all. The next item is live non-frivolously. Limit going out, limit dining in, limit taking out, and shopping for wants, especially during this time. You don't need it. It can wait. And again, you just never know how long this unemployment will last. And then the next one is, update your resume and your LinkedIn profile. I think this is something that's often overlooked, but very valuable. You should do this, you should update your LinkedIn profile, update your resume, once or twice a year. Trust me, if you kind of do a deep dive, you'll find some, highlights that you can, put on a resume, some accomplishments, successes that you did over the course of the year. I'm a huge believer that you need to build and maintain a network, thus the LinkedIn profile. Look for resources. Google, YouTube, resume updates, a lot of good information out there. And then even like YouTube, like the YouTube channel, Life After Layoff, huge fan, shout out to Life After Layoff. And, they give you great information as far as, how to do a job search, what to do with your resume. And then recruiters, very valuable, at least in my world. Connecting with recruiters on LinkedIn. And then, I do get emails through LinkedIn from recruiters about job prospects and have conversations with them. And of course, when you update your resume and LinkedIn profile, apply for jobs. Don't hesitate, focus on your skills and expertise and background and apply for the jobs that kind of fit your interests and your background set. I think, this one I've already touched on before, but, having conversations with your family, your close friends, but also your network. Be humble. You'll be surprised who's willing to support you because a lot of times they've been through that before as well. I remember after my first and second layoff, several people that I reached out to offered me support, forwarded me leads on job opportunities, which I was truly grateful for. And trust me, you really appreciate who's behind you and who's supporting you during this time. And something I haven't done before is, having a part-time job or a side hustle. I think in this day and age, there's so many opportunities to have a side gig or a part-time job during this transition. That may mess with your unemployment, but, I think, everyone's different on what they want and what their interests are. So definitely consider, a part-time job or a side hustle, something you can do online to make a little money during this transition. So final thoughts on this is, make it a full-time job to find a job. You got to have a sense of urgency depending on your situation. If you have family, you have kids, a spouse and all that, obviously there's going to be a little more sense of urgency to find a job. That's how my case was. It's being just the breadwinner of this house, 2 kids. It's just, I had to make it a job to find a job. I had to take control of my destiny, right? For some of us, we fall into a new role fairly quickly. Others, it takes a while. Keep your head up, keep plugging away. Tell me your thoughts leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm not a professional. These are my perspectives and views. I'm just a dad. Well, that's all I got. Stay safe, stay positive, and be happy. Love you, Dad.